Hey everyone, I had this idea of a series. It just came to me this morning, so we're just gonna try it. And it's just called Really Good Makeup. And it's not to get you to buy anything, it's just to think about what products in your collection are just really good. For me, with the Sephora sale going on right now, Black Friday coming up, I want to be selective about what comes into my illustrious collection. And I've said this before, so you're hearing me say this again. It doesn't always work, but I feel like every time I try, I can get a little closer. So if you want to just do a get ready with me and try on and learn about some really good makeup, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think and consider joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'm fantastic. I'm filming this on a Friday morning. I got up early, I worked out, and I like this little strawberry sweater that I have on. So it's giving me some light this morning. I'm just happy to be here. Let me know how you're doing in the comment section or the chat, whichever you prefer. And if you're new here, my name is Kara. I like to share my life through makeup. I am 44 years old, closer to being 45. I'm trying to get my health together. I'm always still working on my look, and that's about it. So awesome. So wherever you are in your makeup journey or non-makeup journey or in your life, I think you will really love this community because we just talk about everything, and we're just here to have a good time, right? It's a lot going on these days, and sometimes we need a little makeup escape, and if we can do that, sprinkle those little glimmers of joy in your day, I think that's what we should do. So I hope you stay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I never do my brows on camera, but we're gonna talk about my really good brow products, and I've been using these for years at this point. We have the Patrick Ta Major Brow Lamination Gel and the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Gel. So I also wanna talk about what in my mind makes this a really good product. And you know what I think I'm gonna do, just because it will make more sense. Let's start with primer because I like to let this dry. And this is the Maybelline Grippy Serum. It's supposed to hold makeup for up to 24 hours, and it does have 2% niacinamide. Now I do believe that niacinamide helps control oils. I do not have oily skin, I have normal skin. So I'm not sure what else niacinamide does. So if you know, drop it in the comments because I'm always loving to learn about makeup and ingredients and just thinking which ones work for me. I think there's a lot of products that I've gotten in the past where people brag about certain things that are in them, but if I don't have that skin concern, then it doesn't matter. But sometimes those are the reasons that I buy things. I'm like, oh my gosh, it has niacinamide. Well, girl, you might not need niacinamide, so I think those things are important. Now, this is the drugstore primer. I really like it. What makes it really good, in my opinion, is that it does hold the makeup. Now, 11 hours, I can't say that for sure because I'm really not paying attention after a while, to be honest. The test for me is what I look like when I go into the bathroom. And for many years out of my little 6-year makeup life, when I would go into the bathroom at work, the work bathroom, I'm sorry, not any bathroom, the work bathroom, I would be like, girl, what? Now, I do know the lighting is not great. However, I still want it. I don't care what the lighting is. I want things to look good no matter what the lighting is. That's how I feel about it. Now let's go into the Patrick Ta Brow Lamination Gel. I did get a repurchase of this, but they only had the minis at the Sephora sale. All right, so the way I like to do this is I like to really scruff up my brows, like really scruff them up. I'm hoping I can make them look the way they normally do, but it's harder on camera. But scruffing them up and standing them up. Now I find that this works better, obviously when it starts to dry, because you need it to dry to hold them in place. And I like to use the brush to stand them up, and then we can always fix them. I like this, and what makes this really good is that it actually does hold my brows in place. Now you can put on too much, and you're not going to get flaking though. I've never gotten flaking from this, but sometimes I can feel like a little hard crust on my skin, especially if I don't keep it to my brows, because sometimes I be acting wild. So like wild putting it on, not like a wild person. You know what I mean? Y'all know, come on. Sometimes I can feel like a little crust, and I'll have to like pull it off. It's like stretchy, but this is why I like it. Do I have other brow products that I think work nice? Yes, I have one from NYX, one or two from NYX. I think it's like brow glue. But this one is just easy for me to use. And it just might be the familiarity of using this product for so many years. I was about to say, I'm not sure why I got onto this one, but I do think that it's because I was doing the wax at first and then he came out with this, if I'm correct. I don't know if I am. Now, while I let this dry, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to concealer. This is the order that I do my makeup normally. And we're going into the Dior Forever Skin Correct. I did talk about this in my Sephora sale recommendation, and I let you all know in my haul video that I did get another one, because look, when it comes to concealers, which ones do I like? This is probably number 1. Natasha is number 2. Huda is probably number 3. Why I rank them that way as far as Natasha and Huda, I don't know. But why I rank this number 1 is I was using the other 2 concealers for a while, and then I had a backup of this from last year. And when I put it on, I was just like, you know what, girl? We just love this. Now, my concealer shade is pretty close to my skin tone, and I probably could go with a 3. But I like to use this all over my face on days where I don't wear concealer. So my plan for brightening this, if I want to, is to use one of my color correctors, but I usually don't do that. This concealer really is skin-like. It melts very nicely into your skin. I love the undertone of this one for neutral, and that's really it. It doesn't take too much to make something great. You just want the basics. Does it look good after a long day? Does it settle in any lines or creases? The answer is no. Does this have a scent? I think this has like a, no, it doesn't. And we know with luxury products, oftentimes they do. So it's nice that this one doesn't have a scent. So this is a good concealer. It's expensive, but it's really good. And not that this was a part of it, because I wasn't even talking about really good brushes, but maybe we should. This brush is the BK Beauty A506 brush. And yes, it's dirty. I did clean it this week, but it's dirty already. Why is this a really good brush? Well, one of the reasons why it's a really good brush that I've just discovered is I love putting my eyeshadow base on with this brush in addition to the concealer. This brush is really good for spot concealing. It's synthetic, but the bristles are very soft, and this brush is able to get like into your like smaller areas. This is a staple for me. I actually have 2 of these and can't find the other one, but I don't travel. I don't do anything, honestly, without this brush. It is really a big fave. I'm just taking what else is left and covering up anything else I want to cover up. And that's what makes this BK Beauty brush great. This was part of the Angie Hot and Flashy collection, and I think it's fantastic. All right, next, let's do the brows. And we're using the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brow Gel, which I did forget to repurchase during the sale, and I remembered, so I have that on the way. What makes this really good is the spoolie and the fact that it does help to hold your brows in place. I really thought it was all just the Patrick tie, but it's actually not. This really, really helps. I haven't even really been using pencils like that at all. I've just been going for a sculpted but natural look. This is in the shade Black Brown. Now let's hope I can get these looking just as good as I think they normally look. You can put this on like sparse hairs, and it will just grab onto them and give them a little more volume. And I like to just go in these upward motions. And depending on how I'm feeling, I may come back with a pencil and you know, add to it. But like, I'm honestly okay with this. I feel that the look is very natural. I remember at one point I was doing those very sculpted brows, not the Instagram brows that kind of fade in or anything like that, but just more sculpted, like you wouldn't see these individual hairs. And I do think that that was the trend at one point, and maybe it still is for some, and that's fine too. I just think this is the style that looks better on me, and it makes me happy, as it should. And honestly, that's really all I have been doing. I do have a pencil from Amazon. I'm not really sure what brand it is, but it's kind of in the same vein of the Maybelline Express Brow that I like to use. It's got a tip where you can use it to do different things, but it's not like those big slanted tips. Those don't really work well for me because I just only need like little teeny tiny strokes. I don't need to like really change the shape of the brow or anything like that. I'm not really looking to do that, but sometimes I will take this and just fill in some of the sparse areas from my like over tweezing days. Now I do find that going with the pencil after works better than going before, because when you put the brow gel on after you do the pencil, I find that it breaks the pencil up, and we don't want that, do we? No, we don't. So no, I'm starting to talk a lot, and I need to talk a lot faster because I need to leave at 7:20 and it's 7:06, but we're doing great. So now that we have the concealer on, we're gonna go into the foundation and my really good one, these Dior sticks, y'all. And I have two shades and I use them interchangeably really, but 3.5 in is what I'll be leaning more towards now that the weather is getting colder and I'm not, you know, out in the sun. So see, that's a great match. You might say it's a little light right now, and that's okay. What makes this really good, I don't know about any special skincare ingredients in this, and I'm sure there are, but what makes this good for me is that it's not heavy. I really don't want makeup that I can really feel like that. And I don't like to use a whole lot. So this is 4 in, just to show you the difference next to 3 in. See, I don't know, I think they both look good. 4 in, I usually don't even put all this on. But they're both neutral undertones. And again, I can use them interchangeably, but I mean, you can barely see this. It's got a very natural finish. And I'm just gonna take this brush. This is a brush I probably got from BoxyCharm or something back in the day. The other one I like to really use is the BK Beauty 101, which is almost a bigger version, kind of.
Did not just hear what they say on the news.
What did they say on the news?
They talk about they have a Baja Blast pie.
It's like a taco pie?
No.
Oh.
The drink Baja Blast.
Oh, okay, cool.
But that looks disgusting.
Oh, well then we're not, yeah.
Even
we
the
don't
news person, she looked disgusted.
I'm sure she was. All right.
Y'all try it for me.
Baja Blast pie.
And Taco Bell
From
just
Taco
came
Bell.
out, I think.
Okay, all right.
And I pray for all the people that have crashed in Kentucky.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, watching the news. All right, close the door because I only got 10 minutes. All right, so yes, okay, that has a little bit of a fragrance, but yes, really good formulation, really good. And I do think that from what I've seen on reviews, that this foundation works for a variety of skin tones. So happy about that. It's really good. And then going with that, and I can't stop using it, to be honest. And I have other foundations that are good, but that's kind of the point of this series, to learn a little more about my products. So maybe in the next one, I'll use a different foundation, even though this is my go-to and holy grail. We've got the contour stick in the shade Tan, and I do not contour, but I love to bronze. And this is a great bronze shade for me. So I just kind of do this and do a little up here, and that's really it. I'll take the same brush that I did the foundation with and just stamp it in. Again, that took no effort, melts into the skin. I love the warmth that this gives my face. I find that when I come home, like, I don't know, I think my makeup still looks really good, and makeup, you know, can fade. I have no problem with it fading as long as it's a graceful fade. As long as we're graceful, I'm totally fine with it and touching up later on. My really good powder is my Peach Pie powder from Huda Beauty. I know that she's got the little duos now. I have the Ube powder, but Peach is the one that works best for me. And I love the way it keeps my under eye. Now I use Peach Pie on the under eye. I use it on the T-zone. I use it under here just in case, like, I don't want to get anything on my clothes, makeup wise. I like to pour it in the top and then tap the brush so it's even all the way around on the brush. I like my under eyes to be matte. So, you know, my favorite powder is usually Hourglass if I do a finishing powder, but I don't do a finishing powder often because I forget. But I do like this for blur, and I like this for mattifying. So you see that I'm a little more matte here, but it's like you still see some sheen there, like I'm not looking real dry or anything like that. So that's always a plus. Now we're gonna go into the really good blushes, and I have two from my girl Danessa Yummy Skin Tint Blurring Blushes. I think that's what they're called. I have Jubilee and Bellini. I don't know which one I want to go with. I might go with both. And these have kind of stepped up, I would say, almost to like first place. My cream blushes, the melt ones, have really come through for me over the test of time. This is a little, it feels similar to melt, but there's something, I don't know if it's that balmy feeling. I do know. It's that balmy feeling that Danessa Myricks has. Whereas the melt ones feel like a straight cream. This one feels like a straight cream, but just the way, like when you blend it out, it's like that cream to powder. So the oiliness goes completely away. I'm discovering this right now. This is the point of the video. I'm gonna keep the series going, let me know. But yeah, the oiliness goes away. So for my friends who have oily skin, I don't think you need to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Intimidated by creams. Because some people are like, no, like my skin is oily even in the summertime. But even that Blurring Balm skin tint that she has, or the universal Blurring Balm, I used that for the first time and I was like, wow, I don't think I've ever felt anything with this type of consistency. And just the fact that you can just take your fingers and do this, but yes, it definitely goes into a powder. So that is fantastic, Danessa. I continue, Danessa, to fall in love every time I use one of her products. This is Jubilee. I don't know, we don't really need Jubilee. We really don't, but we're just gonna go ahead. Why not? Just a little dot here. Okay. Okay, that makes me very, very happy. And what I'm gonna do now is, do I wanna spray? I kinda do. Or do we wanna do, no, what do we wanna do? Highlight and then spray, spray then highlight. I haven't been highlighting, but let us highlight then spray. This is really good. Okay, this is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude highlighter. It is probably one of my favorite highlighters, and this came out a few years back. Why can't I remember what it came out with? I don't remember. It's just a natural highlight. You're not gonna look like it's a strobe or anything like that. Nothing like that if you are into highlighters. And a lot of people are not highlighting right now, and that's okay. I feel like I should highlight because I have so much, but it's really good. It is fine. The shimmer is fine. This has the texture that you can press. It's not like super putty though, but it is like a gel baked maybe, but it's not a super putty like the one from Gucci, which I absolutely love this, but you can see that you can, I mean, this is so cushiony. That's a good one too. That's a really good one. Okay, but this one's really good, especially if you're looking for more of a traditional texture. Now, you might not see much on camera because of the lights, but I'm looking in the mirror and I can definitely see where this highlighter is on my face. And I think this one works for a lot of skin tones. I don't think it's going to give you the ash factor that some of the light highlighters can do. All right, we're going into, I'm going to do lips only because that's going to determine how I do my eyes. So we're going into one of my all-time favorite lipsticks, which is Velvet Affair by Lisa Eldridge. And what makes this really good, aside from the formula, and this is the Velveteen, so this is a liquid one. But what makes it really good is that it's long lasting, number one. But number two, this is like a perfect nude for me. It's not like a no makeup. I don't know. I just vibe with the shade. It's one of my, Velvet Affair is an all-time favorite for me. And I never want to be without it. I have it in the regular lipstick bullet, and I have it in this Velveteen formula. And I think that when you're thinking about long lasting, I mean, I walk around the school all day, so it's like I'm not really looking at myself to see, like, does my makeup look okay or anything like that. So I just hope when I go in the bathroom it looks decent. This just gives my lips some pigment, and we lose pigment in our lips as we age, and so I do like to have like just a little something sometimes. This dries down really nicely, but it's not overly drying. I can get it in this area here that usually doesn't hold color. That's perfect because y'all seen the way I hold my bottom lip sometimes, especially when I'm putting on makeup and concentrating. I be looking at myself when I'm editing like, girl, you couldn't just. So usually this area, it doesn't hold the color, but it does with this. So when I find products that do that, it makes me very happy. We've highlighted, so now we're gonna spray with my really good setting spray, which is the Patrick Ta. What makes it good is that, well, I wouldn't call it glass skin, but I would say if you like dewy skin, you will really enjoy this because it's going to give you that natural radiance. I'm not, you know, layering it up or anything like that. That's just not my style. And I don't want to feel it on my face. The real good one is the matte one though. All right, going into my eyeshadow primer, we're just going to grab the shade Chestnut. And y'all know I have been loving these. If you have seen my shorts lately, I have been using a lot of like eyeshadow sticks and cream eyeshadows. I love that this is a cream eyeshadow in a tube, number one. I can take this brush, just kind of set it in place, and there we go. Now, where this would really shine for me is if I had this on the lid and then had a smokier color on the outer piece, and then you would kind of have that smooth, blurred lid, and then you would have the smokiness on the outside. My favorite shade is probably, and this is probably Sienna, but I like this. I just kind of tap it almost up to the brow bone. This is gonna stop the look from looking harsh between the brow bone and the actual shadow, because I cannot stand that on me. I'd be like, it looks all white up here, and then there's like this line, and I don't really care for that. Those dry down super fast. Excellent. All right, let's get into the shadow because I got 5 minutes. That's how quick this is gonna go. The Melt 12th Hour Stack, which is probably not on sale anymore, but it was 50% off. This is one of my favorite purchases of the year, hands down. And I've done a video on this stack, and I have done lid swatches. I wanna use this one here today, and we're gonna do something super quick. This is 6 Feet Under and Past Dusk. 6 Feet Under is the matte, Past Dusk is the shimmer. I hope, oh, I did get Edward Scissorhands, so just letting y'all know, from Melt. And I got the pink lipstick collection that I wanted because that was 50% off. And I got two of their liquid shadows. So there's all of that. And I have not one regret. We're gonna take this brush from Angie Hot and Flashy. Actually, that whole set is fantastic. I love this brush because it's domed, and I love me a domed brush. All right, let's put this on really fast because we can't be playing games. Now, the shadow choices in this collection are fantastic. This one looks really warm, but in the pan, but it's actually not super warm. Melt did a phenomenal job with this collection with the mattes. I'm just so thrilled about them bringing this stack back because I've never owned a Melt stack, and Melt is one of my favorite brands, so I do hope that they will continue. Now I'm just tapping this on top of that shadow, and you can see that that shadow and having that cream shadow has stopped the look from looking really harsh, and that's the happiness right there for me. I'm just gonna tap a little more up here. I'm just doing something super easy today. I love this. Like with your eyeshadow, it's not even about it being perfect, you know, everything's got to be in place. I'm taking a little more on a Singe Beauty brush, and this one's great because you can use it to get here, but you could also use it for your shimmers. So this is called the EO4 brush, and I do enjoy my Singe Beauty brushes. I think Angelica did a really good job developing her sets, and we're gonna kind of do a little bit of a spotlight eye, but I'm probably gonna cover this up a bit. All right, let us put on this shimmer, which actually is a bit of a duochrome, and I'm just, oh honey, you know, see, and Melt, sometimes the shimmers are hit or miss, but all the ones in the 12th hour stack are really good. Are y'all tired of me saying really good? And when I say really good, I'm really meaning excellent. And that's the thing. And I'm hoping that this will help me to understand, like, I already have a lot of really good stuff. And there's no need for me to like go and see like, oh, what else is out there, you know? Like, I have something I really enjoy that I'm using that's flattering. It looks really nice. And we do get tempted by new things. But I'm trying to, for certain things, for a lot of things, maybe I'm trying, I'm not saying it's working, just waiting for that launch period and that influencer review period to kind of die down to see, like, do I still really want it? Oftentimes, the answer is I can wait. And that's what needs to be the answer more often than not. For my inner corner highlight, this is another one I really love. This is 12 Candles is the shimmer. So we're gonna just stick that here. I mean, that's the eye look. I think it's perfect for work. Kind of wish that that brown was a little warmer, just a hair. It's odd that it doesn't come out warmer than it does, but that's okay. And we're gonna go into a mascara. Now, when it comes to mascaras, I don't know if I have a favorite, maybe Dark Star. I'm not gonna open anything new yet. So I'm taking the Monsieur Big Lashes from Lancome. A lot of people like this one. I like this one and think it's good because it gives the lashes some volume. I know I need to probably start curling my lashes in order to really see what the mascaras can do, but oftentimes I just don't. So I'm just taking what's on there just to do the lower lashes, and we'll go in with, oh, it's 726, y'all. Come on, guys! Because we're getting into that territory, and that's okay, it's worth it. All right, y'all. Here's my look for today. I think it's really good. Let's let y'all see it from afar. I'm gonna show y'all my fit and then we out of here. I think that's amazing. And I'll do a little more setting spray. Alright, so I told y'all I got my strawberry sweater, some wide leg jeans, just some Adidas socks, and my Converses. That's what we got going on today. And that's going to be it for my first really good makeup video in this series. So let me know if you want to see more videos like this where I am talking like in depth about the products and why I really, really like them. I think that being able to really talk about them helps solidify like my product knowledge and be able to recommend things that you might be looking for. But if you're not looking for something, that's not what this is about. Shop your stash, find out those products that are really good and why you like them. And I think that will help me be a little more particular, or us be a little more particular about what we are allowing in our collection. We can't be having an infiltration because nobody has money for that. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think about this look. Let me know how you're doing. Call me when y'all get home. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I do hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
We could be selfless. We could be falling in love.